Now, take a look at your fingers.
Okay, we're ready.
Identify the ones we like to call thumbs.
This is so 90s cringe, and I love the 90s, but man, identify your fingers. The ones we like to call thumbs. The Nintendo Wii. One of the most hyped consoles of the 2000s. Came out in 2006. I remember when I got my Nintendo Wii. Actually, I don't remember because my parents never got me one, but to be fair, I didn't actually ask for one. There wasn't really anything I wanted on it when it was new, at least, you know. My friend who lived around the corner got one. I came back from boarding school for the summer of 2007, and it was like, yo, I got the Nintendo Wii, the thing with the motion controls. Went over to his house. He played like Wii Sports for like 10 15 minutes. I was like, this is cool. Then we played some PlayStation 3. I'm not even trying to drag the Wii or anything. I'm just like, you know, the motion control thing was hype when we were kids, but I don't know. Even then, I knew that it wasn't gonna last to some extent because, you know, when Xbox were hyping up Project Natal, now known as Kinect, I deadass for some time thought that this was gonna replace like regular controllers. Like, we're just all gonna use our bodies to play games and shit. We used to rewatch that Project Natal trailer, and we're just like, yeah, motion controls. Nintendo really did some innovative shit with this one, because, you know, Nintendo always, like, you know, the DS, you know, 2 screens, Nintendo always changing the game, so we're like, yeah, Nintendo done some shit with this one. But then I found out Sega did it first, you know. Sega did it first. There was motion controls in the 90s, yep, that's right, our favorite company, Sega, who are always early to everything. Like, literally, the first open world game was made by Sega. And that same game was also the first person shooter game in 1970. Are you fucking serious? Just let that sink in. This was the first open world game, the first person shooter game ever. Sega Jet Rocket. That don't even look like a game. That looks like homework. I don't even know what to call this thing. Which was the first console to ship with online straight out of the box. The Sega Dreamcast. They were ahead of the curve. For better or for worse, but you know, they did it first. I guess they have that as bragging rights. So we've got the Activator. A full-body motion-based video game controller unit released by Sega in 1993. An octagonal controller unit which sits on the floor and uses infrared beams to interpret movements. It was revealed for the Sega Mega Drive console in 1993, or Genesis for you Americans, intended to act as a more immersive substitute for a standard control pad. Manufacturer, Sega and Interactive Light. God, these futuristic names, man. If I was a kid in 93, I would have been hyped for this shit. While the Activator will function with any Mega Drive title, a small number of games were partially designed for the Activator and so specifically labeled themselves as Activate. Oh my god. Look at the adverts for this shit. Look. Oh my, you just stand in it and just like move with it. Look at this one. Welcome to the next level. Activator for Sega Genesis. Some kids won't see the advantages of Activator, then it will hit them. You figured it out. Your opponent didn't. He's sitting over there, moving his Sega thumbs. Wait, no, that's just the logo's just there. Moving his thumbs. You're in the middle of an infrared ring, punching and kicking. It'll hit him fast. You've got better moves because you're moving your whole body. He only uses 2 thumbs. How inefficient that he is only using 2 thumbs to do the same moves that you're moving your whole body with. He will realize that he's the one in the wrong. He will realize. Then he'll go and use his whole body to do what he was just using 2 thumbs to do. What an idiot. Fucking guy living in the past, not ready to be activated. With Eternal Champions, for example, you kick left and right, and your character kicks left and right. When you punch back, your character punches back. The guy with the regular controller doesn't have a chance unless you're completely out of shape. Okay, fine. So you're gonna throw dicks at your boy now. You're gonna throw dicks at your... Okay, cool. I was gonna go easy on you, but now you're throwing dicks at your boy. So you're saying now I don't have a shot? You're saying I can't fit in the activate? You're saying that your boy Rem's not ready to be activated? But you might be thinking, well, okay, we've seen some words, we've seen some images. How does this thing actually work? Like, give us the lowdown. Luckily, we've got a Sega Activator training video from 1994. If you were unsure before, After you watch this video, you're gonna be ready to be activated.
First of all, we want to say congratulations.
Congratulations
You have in
to
your
me?
possession the SEGA Activator.
Oh, ready to be activated, boy.
Full-body game controller.
They're using these stock clips. They're not even showing the activator. Just some guys in black and white.
Feel free to consider yourself a pioneer on the interactive frontier.
Oh yes, we're ready.
Okay, I will.
We're ready. We're ready to be activated. Come and activate your boy. He's ready. Activate me. Stimulate your boy.
Now, take a look at your fingers.
Okay, we're ready.
Identify the ones we like to call thumbs.
This is so 90s cringe, and I love the 90s, but man, identify your fingers. The ones we like to call thumbs. One more time.
Pat them on the back if you can find their backs and thank them. Up until
Like that? Man, getting activated is a tedious process in this bit.
Up until now, they've been doing all the work, but that's about to change.
Alright, we're ready for the change.
The Activator is for indoor use only. Just be sure to give yourself enough space to move around. You don't want to be crowded when you use the Activator.
Yeah, we don't need non-activated motherfuckers cramping on style. Mom, leave! I'm trying to get activated.
What is activator?
Go! I need the room for myself. You're unactivated. You're not ready. You're not ready to come into this octagon and show your worth. I don't need you here. Go and do something else.
Avoid setting up directly beneath light sources.
We can't even use it near light. So we got to turn off the lights for it. Activation requires darkness. You know, I mean, I guess the activator will provide all the light we're gonna need. So let me not underestimate the power of the activation. Okay.
Avoid metallic or mirrored overhead.
What the fuck is a mirrored ceiling? Serving as a device to enhance sexual arousal. Wait, what? How does that enhance sexual arousal? I mean, that's a sexy looking place. Okay, that looks kind of sexy. I'll give you that. That is kind of stimulating me. I mean, it's stimulating me. It's not activating me. That's the next level. But you know, it's kind of like how mice and rats can't be in the same place. They're similar, but they don't gel. Okay, if you want to be activated, you're not allowed to be aroused. Okay, get with the times, old hoe.
There are 7 standard panels and 1 master panel. Lay them out on the floor in an octagonal shape.
His voice is so like 90s cool. Like, I'm radical. Like, it's got 8 octagonal panels. Connect all panels together. Make sure the master panel is facing the television screen. You don't want to have the master panel behind and not getting the right signal. That's not going to make you activated. If you want to be activated, you got to take life seriously, man. You got to be radical cool, dude.
Place the optional stickers on each of the panels. These stickers correspond with game actions and controls and will help you coordinate your moves.
So now we're getting somewhere. So the Sega Genesis controller obviously has the A, B, and C buttons, and then the arrows. So now you put the stickers there to tell you which one is which. So you got the up, down, left, right, and then you got 2 for A, I guess, because people use A a lot, and then B and C. So now you know what move you need to be doing.
The next step is the most important thing you have to do. It's called calibration. Stand away from the panels, at least 3 feet, and turn on your Genesis. Wait for about 20 seconds.
So we got to stand 3 feet away from the activator. Wait 20 seconds, or until the game title appears on screen. Otherwise, it won't calibrate.
You'll need to recalibrate every time you turn on the Genesis or when you put in a different cartridge.
Wait, every time you turn on the console, fine. That's already a pain in the ass, especially if the activator's been in the same place. But you're saying every time I change the game, I gotta recalibrate it, which involves standing 3 feet away from the activator, which, how much space do you think I have in my living room? You're telling me I've got a TV. And then in front of that TV, I've got a Sega Genesis. And then in front of that Sega Genesis, I got an activator. And then now I'm supposed to find 3 feet to go and stand while it calibrates for 20 seconds every single time I change the game.
It seems simple because it is.
Wow. It's not really that simple, but it's cool. So that would be up, down, left, right. So how do we activate it?
When hit
that was actually not intended when I said how do we activate. I was trying to, how do we activate each button? Like, do you step on the arrow? Do you just like move in that direction?
The activator uses infrared light. You can't actually see the beams, but if you could, they'd look something like this.
Oh god, that's they say you can't actually see the beams. Just trust us, the beams are there. So it's when you put it over the activator, then that's when it activates. Okay, so if the activator button is like on this surface. As long as my hand goes over it, it will activate the button press.
You are the controller. Penetrate the invisible beams to activate a move.
I'm sorry, I feel like a fucking child laughing at penetrate, but let's keep going.
To break the high-level beams, keep your hands flat and parallel to the ground.
So are there low-level beams as well? Your hands have to be flat and close to the... So if it's like slanted, then what? It won't activate?
Break the beams at a low level by kicking or sweeping over the appropriate panels. Like we said, this is the first time your entire body has been involved in a game, so you may have to cut it some slack.
Sure, some boxing footage to like show how edgy it is. Like, look at these guys just like fighting. They're like, they took this fight from the fucking 40s. What is this? He's just cut it some side. He's talking about the body or the activator, because I feel like he wants us to cut the activator. It's like, it's new technology, you know, it's radical cool. Pay for it for full price, but it's new technology.
Black. If you still have questions,
random explosion for added cool factor.
The activator plays all of your old Genesis games, plus new titles specially activated for full body action.
Specially activated. Okay, what makes them... How does this game that's specially activated actually play better with the activator? Because the activator just emulates the controller with the movements. It uses the same button inputs as the movements. So how would this activated game be any different from just using the controller to play? Because jump is like behind on the activator, you know, so you'd be jumping from pressing A, which is behind you when you stand in the middle of it, and right is like there. And then how the fuck would that be easier than playing with your thumbs? I don't get it.
New world of moves and combinations that simply aren't possible with normal controllers.
No, you can't just say that. You can't just say the activated games have special moves that are not possible with the regular controllers when the activator uses the same buttons. What move could the activator actually do that cannot be done on the Genesis controller? I want an actual example here. Now I'm getting upset, okay? I don't want to lose my activation license, but still, like, explain it to me. So condescending with it. It's simply not possible with normal controllers.
You'll be surprised how quickly your body catches on.
That dude looks like fucking Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, what was this, 94 that this video came out? He was born in 74. So if this came out, say, early 94, he would have been 19 when that trailer came out. That's Leonardo DiCaprio in 1994. It looks like him. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, it doesn't show on IMDb. It has to be him. I mean, shit like this, they don't be crediting, like, you know, at this point, it's probably a new act. He probably just got a quick $100 for it and just went home and, I don't know, bought some candy or... It's him.
The activator lets you be creative. Unleash that inner warrior. Better yet, unleash two inner warriors by going head to head with another
moves they're doing, like they're bending and like putting their like legs behind and shit. Like, man. And all that does is press like the A button. But the guys with thumbs, like, they're just like, they're so fucking behind. They're not down with the new technology. Like, they're so unactivated that it's not even worth talking about them. Like, real talk.
Jump into the action with the activator, the next level of interactive gameplay from who do you think? Sega.
Who do you think? Who was the first to do open world games? Who was the first to do first person shooters? Now we're here to activate you. We've proven our worth, okay? Like, okay, I can't do this voice anymore. I really can't. And you know Sega was serious about promoting this thing because they got people on talk shows teaching them how to use it and shit so they can promote it. Let's look at this one from around 1993 from The Home Show. Let's see if they can be activated very quickly.
Good morning, everybody. Glad you could join us.
All right, here we go.
This is called the Sega Activator, and this one happens to be with the greatest heavyweights of all time. It's $150.
$150? God damn.
See, I'm moving forward because I've got my foot over here, and then you just punch.
Ooh,
see?
look at that, huh?
Now punch me, Garrett. There. Can you see that?
Yeah, he's losing.
I've got him up against
He doesn't know what he's doing. She just battered. She's just like, he's just battering him. Oh, I can't do this. He's just doing everything. He's like, I'll just move everywhere. Like, I don't know. Oh, he's punching back now.
Can you do?
Oh. Look at this guy. He doesn't even know what the fuck he's doing. He's just like, I'm gonna just move.
What do you guys say?
A relatively inexpensive way to get your aggressions out.
Yeah.
A relatively inexpensive way to get your aggressions out. I mean, you could just buy one of those. What are they called? punching bags. I'm sure that'll be cheaper than $150. Punching bags here for like $30. And you're saying that a $150 device, not including the console or the game or anything else, just the device. That's a relatively inexpensive way to get your aggressions out. I also love how they didn't show the painfully tedious calibration process in this video. They wanted to show how easy it was. Like, pre-calibrate the shit. Just have the one game open. Don't change game because you have to recalibrate. And just let them try it out.
Thumbs up. I'd give it thumbs up. I'd give it thumbs up. I'd rather see the kids do that than do it physically.
Right.
Wow.
And couples could use it instead of marriage counseling.
Yeah.
They're trying so hard to find the uses of this shit. It's so funny. Like, obviously, it's a paid promotion. They're gonna look for the positives, you know. If you want to get your aggressions out, just punch the air. Pay for it for full price.
It's $150.
Well, would it be great if you could come up with some kind of a dance routine and box at the same time?
To be fair, this activator would have been great for a dance-based game. Some basic game where you're just pressing the right button at the right time. That would be a good use for the activator. You know, let's be fair to the activation device.
What do you think? Yeah, I think it's a fairly inexpensive way to get your aggressions out.
All
Did
right.
you
Wouldn't
see-
it be great?
Didn't she already say that? Like, are they just reading off a script? Before she said relatively inexpensive, and she improved it to say fairly inexpensive. Like, she really hyping up the activation. I don't know. But yeah, that's the Sega Activator. Sega always ahead of the times, I guess. For better or for worse, but you know, I don't know. If I was born like 10 years earlier, like in 1985, I would have definitely copped this shit because the way they marketed it was pretty sweet. Like, you wouldn't know that it was some mediocre trash until you actually bought it and used it. You know, by then it's too late. Pre-YouTube era, you can't even buy it for the memes, because now you could just buy it, make some funny videos on it, and be like, watch me try and beat this game with the Activator, and at least it's some entertaining content. You bought it in 93, you're just gonna realize it's trash to go back to the controller and just think it's your fault, or you're just not cool enough to be activated. In reality, everyone felt the same way, you know, but I don't know. Maybe then they would have been engrossed in the hype factor of it because, you know, it was new technology, but even then, if that was the case, it wouldn't have been discontinued so quickly. So even if Leonardo DiCaprio told you it was cool, doesn't mean it's cool. But yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. More content coming soon to the channel. But yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that. I already said that, didn't I? It's your boy, PREMulous, Rem Gang. And I'm activated. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I'm out.
Penetrate the invisible beams to activate a move.